I want to do infrastructure. But you know what? You can't do it under these circumstances. So get these phony investigations over with.
President Trump cut a meeting with top Democrats short after about 3 minutes over accusations of a cover-up.
If we're serious about solving problems, I think the actions of the Speaker were irresponsible.
We believe that no one is above the law, including the President of the United States, and we believe that the President of the United States is engaged in a cover-up.
This is going to be challenged, it's going to be fought, and if Nancy Pelosi wants to try and impeach the President of the United States, half of this country is going to be furious. And all those phony Democrats who are elected in these Republican marginal districts, I hope they enjoy their one term.
You've had on scheduled for a number of weeks to have a follow-up meeting with the President, to talk about infrastructure, to actually come to a solution. But what do right before the meeting? You schedule a special conference of the majority to talk about impeachment. You walk out to the microphones before and you claim the president is covering something up.
The president's anger was obvious the minute he marched into the Rose Garden.
I walk in to look at people that had just said that I was doing a cover-up. I don't do cover-ups.
Pelosi suggested Trump used her comments as an excuse to get out of finding a way to pay for a $2 trillion infrastructure plan.
Below, there were investigations going on 3 weeks ago when we met. And he still met with us.
There is going to be pushback. People are going to make sure there's pushback. I'm going to make sure there's pushback. We're not going to stand for the disenfranchisement of 63 million Americans while the party that is anti-Constitution pretends they're protecting the Constitution.
They were so ill-prepared and afraid to actually say how they pay for infrastructure. They were unable, that they looked for a way to back out.
You can't literally have a meeting like Nancy Pelosi did yesterday, just an hour before she got to the White House, where she accused the president of a crime, said he had engaged in a cover-up, and then show up and pretend like nothing's happened and let's just sit down and talk about roads and bridges.
You probably can't go down two tracks. You can go down the investigation track, and you can go down the investment track.
So just so that we're clear, he's saying that bridges are not going to be fixed until he's no longer investigated. Is that what we hear from the White House?
This president is the most abused president in American history. I could care less if they think he's abused power.
This president is obstructing justice, and he's engaged in a cover-up. And that could be an impeachable offense.
I don't know if they can take time out of their busy schedules of investigating this president to do the work of the people. That's
But
a question you'll have to ask the
infrastructure is
Democrats.
dead for the moment.
The president said yesterday he came in calmly, in command of the room, and said, I want to do infrastructure, I want to get these things done, but you guys have to make a decision on whether or not you want to work with us or whether you want to spend all of your time attacking me.